While the ground crew is encouraged to cultivate the practice of being in the observer mode, it is also important that it be understood that this is not an inactive role. The keen observer is cognizant of the scene and her place within it, as well as how it coincides with previously known information and its effect on the larger known aspects of the current reality. The will, in times to come, the opportunities to make appropriate input to situations that will change the total outcome of an entire, well-planned event. Just as removing a pin will cause the failure of a vital piece of equipment, a simple logical statement can change an attitude, a perspective that affects how or if a person will act within a given situation. As has been mentioned before, accepting one logical statement into one's belief system can cause a total realignment of that belief system. In a moment of realization, the entire picture of understanding can change. The ground crew is critical to the pattern of manifestation that is intended. Without the spreading of the word by the ground crew, little would be done to contribute to this segment of the puzzle. What may seem like a small contribution toward changing a very large picture of evil intent must be seen within its true perspective. There are many involved in the creation and perpetuation of the design to enslave. Many, knowingly or unknowingly, contribute little but cooperation or deliberate acquiescence to the plan. Thus it is that, through many holding the deliberate intention that they will do whatever seems appropriate when the opportunity to do so arises, will offset the energy contributed to the plan of subjugation. It is necessary to understand that this is a form of balancing the inputs that are made. Whatever each is willing to contribute to the changes that are essential contributes to the experiences that are required to complete the duration of this scenario. A proportion of humans must gain the required wisdom to move through this current situation. It is essential that what is planned be acknowledged and understood, but it is also fundamental to success to keep the focus on what is desired rather than becoming fixated on the situation as it is or as it could become if not changed. The inability to change the momentum toward enslavement is the deception that is being pushed upon the human awareness by every means possible. It is imperative that the ground crew realizes that self-aware consciousness is not powerless when it understands how the universal laws operate. This is the reason that this knowledge has been deliberately withheld and hidden beneath layers of deception for the period of generations covering thousands of years. Intuitional understandings of the application of the laws are brainwashed from those that have this ability. It is literally stolen from them by parents and others of influence because it is against what they believe to be true. Thus, the plan is self-perpetuated by humanity itself. For those who resonate with this cause, this mission, it is fundamental to understand that at the moment the flow is moving in the direction of completion of the plan for enslavement. It is vital that the intention to change this becomes the turning point within this flow to reverse this flow. It is literally necessary to cause this flow to bend in midstream and change directions toward the creation of the new paradigm of experience for all life on this planet. At the foundation of this change is the intention to do this. All power is motivated and energized by intention. One can try to do something, but unless there is the intention to do it, nothing will happen. One can try to lift a weight, but only real intention allows it to happen. Thus, it is the ground crew with true intention that will cause the energy to turn toward what they truly intend. Going with the flow is the line of least resistance. To cause the flow of experience to change directions will entail a period of chaos within the established current, during which the aqueous movement will become confused. The intention must be held firmly within the consciousness of many in order that it can change the direction. It is not necessary that the curve be 180 degrees in the beginning, but a diversion away from the original goal. However, the 180 degrees must be an intended accomplishment, or through loss of focus it could be diverted back again. This has been the history of past accomplishments by humans of previous generations. However, those of the more recent past have not had the ability to communicate and share because of technology and the overwhelming number of humans present. This allows a degree of anonymity for this objective that is truly advantageous. There is no better period of time to use it to greater benefit. The galactic neighbors are becoming more intent in their observations of the events on this planet. The signs do not bode well for humanity, as those who have dark intent are rapidly pulling the noose strings tighter and tighter. Still, the sleeping faithful dream on in surety that their safety and best interests are being safeguarded. The dominoes are beginning to fall one by one in a slow progression. Those aware of the dilemma watch and observe, waiting for intuitional nudges to guide them to appropriate action at the proper time. Difficult as it is to do this, it is correct to be doing this. The handbooks circulate more slowly, and in many cases their impetus has slipped into the background of many lives. However, this does not negate their future role within the awareness of all those that have read any or all of them. It must be remembered that what appears to be overwhelming odds for the opposition is being viewed through the media reports prepared with care from their point of view and the point of view that humanity is meant to believe. In other words, saying something is so does not necessarily make it true. Awake and aware observers are key to the laying of the foundation of the new paradigm. What is most difficult is to observe without buying the mis- and disinformation as it is presented. It is important to be able to differentiate between their story and our story. Theirs is graphically portrayed and couched in emotional terms, while ours is based on coordination with the flow of creation that brings into being universes, galaxies, solar systems, planets, and most important of all, cosmic awareness.